gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, fuck 'em, I ain't trying to sin. No, I ain't trying to sin. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. Daddy, let me in. If not, I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams coming in feeling good about how their last game went and want to continue with another win here today. It's the Texans going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miller, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 88 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. On 2nd down, Griffin looking deep for Demarius. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers. receivers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
9 yards to go. It's third down. Throwing his car on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Carl try it again on second down. He's got time. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Underneath for Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, big-time pickup for the Texans.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
That is caught at the 7-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Carr keeps it, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derek Carr with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Griffin and Miller with it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll try Johnson, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Over the middle, open is Thomas. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So they're operating in the red zone. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. Gets it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Lechler.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Griffin to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So they're going to go for 2. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have...
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, 95 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Wilfork with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Taken in at the 11. Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. The guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And able to find Green. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Posh now, the fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
A good solid gain there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Derek Carr on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Novak is on to attempt the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Howard Jones coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On second, here's Griffin backing up. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Miller will take the direct snap. It's a loss of Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now this time, Carl throw. Flush to his right. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the wideout in motion. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their big tight end as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. On third down, Griffin. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Here's Griffin to throw, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. Second down, just 1 yard to go. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. On the carry, it's Booker, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
On first, again, they go with Booker. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Griffin. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
From the gun on third down, Griffin. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go!
Direct snap this time, Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now this time, Carl throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On second down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They're going to go. It's Booker. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Griffin. They set up the screen to Booker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down carry for Booker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now it's Griffin. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. go back to the air here after the INT. Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that'll be good for a Houston first. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And a little floater there is incomplete. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Will Parks, the rookie. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Booker. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play action. It's Griffin looking deep for Demarius. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a cutback left. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Griffin. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third and long, it's Griffin. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage?
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now Spiller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the shotgun, Griffin gets it to Gordon, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They'll get 23 yards there, and it's a first down for the Broncos. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Second and 10 now. Griffin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinators...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to fight his... Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get inside the... And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Room here to run. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. To throw is RG3. Now a desperation throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. And here comes the Texans now.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All right, here we go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, stepping back from this one a moment, no matter who's on the field, it's always tough to come in here and beat a team that's the defending champs, but they were able to get it done.
Weren't they 10-0 overall in this stadium?
If you include the playoffs, 8-0 regular season.
Yeah, I mean, that's really fantastic. And you're not just beating them, you're beating a crowd that's always behind their team, and you're beating altitude as well. That's a big victory.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.